What's poppin', people? I'm a little late on this one because I'm not at home. Also, I don't have the intro because I forgot to put it on my USB. But we are here, people, and there has been a new Pokemon announced for Pokemon Sun and Moon, and it is my duty, my God-given birth duty, to report these Pokemon in only the way that Shofu can, okay? What the fuck is a Turtonator? Obviously, it's a mix between Turtle and Detonator, but come on, man. Who named this Pokemon Turtonator? Are you serious? Anyways, this is the Blast Turtle Pokemon, and it is Fire and Dragon. So it seems that Pokemon Sun and Moon is supplying us with a lot more dragons. I'm not sure if there is a Fire and Dragon type Pokemon that you can just find out in the wild like this, aside from this one. The only ones I can think of off the top of my head are Reshiram and Charizard X. So it seems pretty cool. Okay, I'm not sure I'm a fan of the fact that he's a turtle, dragon, fire type. Like, none of that makes any sense to me. But I'm sure this Pokemon is based off of something. Turtonator seems to be, I don't know. My biggest question is, why was he beating up only turtle Pokemon in the trailer? Did anybody notice that? How he was literally only attacking turtle Pokemon? There was a Shellos. There was a Torkoal in there. It was only destroying turtle type Pokemon, or turtle Pokemon, Pokemon that are based on turtles. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Let's go ahead and read up on Turtonator here. He has the ability Shell Armor. All Shell Armor does is prevent the Pokemon from being hit by crits, which is not bad, especially in Pokemon. It might not be an ability that you see, like, it's one of those things that's good in the background, right? Because you're never gonna get hit with a crit, so you're never gonna notice that Shell Armor is working, you know? It's really good on Pokemon like Mega Slowbro because he can boost up as much as he wants and never have to worry about crits. But like I said, it's one of those abilities that you don't really notice working in the background, but it's a really good ability because of how bad crits are for, you know, your Pokemon. You take a lot more damage when you get hit with a critical hit. But anyways, let's read about Turtonator. 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 Because Turtonator lives on volcanoes, feeding on sulfur and other materials found near volcanic craters, its shell has a layer of explosive material, mostly sulfur. When something strikes this Pokemon, sparks fly from the horns on its shell, igniting an explosion. In areas around volcanic craters, this Pokemon camouflages itself as a rock and waits for prey. At the moment when its prey steps onto the back of its shell, Turtonator strikes its shell with its own tail, triggering an explosion. That's pretty cool. I'd like to see that happen, actually. That sounds pretty cool. The explosive blasts triggered from Turtonator's back are released through an orifice located on the middle front of the Pokemon's body. This is Turtonator's weak point. Attacks landing on its stomach will cause a great deal of damage. Shell Trap is a move that only Turtonator is able to learn. Now, this move was displayed in the trailer. It looks pretty cool. Let's read its description first, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. With this move, the Pokemon can set a trap at the beginning of the turn, and the Turtonator is hit by an opponent's physical attack during that turn. Shell Trap triggers an explosion that will deal much greater damage to the opponent. Okay, so it sounds like this is a move like, I don't know, like counter maybe? It sounds like it's a counter type move. Now, I don't know if this move has priority, but it says that the Pokemon can set a trap at the beginning of the turn. And it also says that if an opponent's physical attack, you know what this move sounds like? It sounds like counter with a typing. So it might be like a fire type counter. So it might be, you know, if a grass type Pokemon hits me with a Leaf Blade, I'll do a move that does double the. That doesn't really make sense though, right? Because then it wouldn't be that strong against it. I don't know. Because obviously if you use Leaf Blade against a Dragon and Fire type Pokemon, it's not going to do any damage at all. So if it is like counter, I don't know, man. It really sounds like counter, but I'm not quite sure now that I think about it. I really want to know more about this attack because it definitely sounds like a counter, you know, like or a Mirror Coat type move, where if you hit him, the explosion goes off. So maybe that explosion does a set amount of damage, and maybe that explosion is fire type. So maybe if you hit him with a move while he uses Shell Trap, maybe you'll get hit with a fire type move that's very strong. Maybe that's it. I'm willing to hear what you guys are thinking about this. I think I'm right. I'll see, obviously, one day if I'm right or wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the most logical way to approach this. But then again, this is Pokemon. And as you know, the last couple weeks have showed us Pokemon doesn't give a fuck about logic. So, I don't know. I'm willing to see what you guys are willing to come up with on this attack, or what what theories you guys got on this attack. So hit the comment section, all that good stuff, and we'll be back tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. It could be, it's not necessarily tomorrow, but definitely this weekend. Definitely this weekend we're gonna get some Pokemon Sun and Moon news during Pokemon World. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, there's really not much else to talk about. Turtonator, I'm very interested to see what that Shell Trap move does. But other than that, don't really have an opinion on him. He doesn't look the best, that's for sure. His name is actual garbage. But other than that, I don't judge, man. I want to see them stats. That's what I want to see. I know the typing. I know the ability. I want to see them stats now. All right. I am out of here. Bye.